Hey everyone, it's Marianne from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees. I have a question for the union leaders. Are you aware that the Municipal Labor Committee filed a motion to intervene in our litigation to protect our healthcare benefits? If you're not, what that means is the Municipal Labor Committee, without taking a vote of the members within the committee, used your union dues to file a motion to intervene in an attempt to basically attack the very people who you allege you negotiate for, even though we know you don't. So if that's the case, are you okay with your union dues monies, and are your members okay with their dues monies being used like that? Asking for a friend. Because if not, I think you should ask the MLC leadership, why is it that a couple weeks ago they took a vote for the district council to do an amicus in another local's litigation from a member suing its own union to interfere with their union business, but they didn't take a vote to do this? That's one. And since there's MLC meetings coming up, I thought you might want to ask that question. Because that, I think, is a misuse of your money and your trust. The other thing is there seems to be a misnomer that unions seem to think that they represent retirees, which they don't. And you also have Mr. Klinger saying in past cases that the judge allowed you to, granted your motion to intervene to represent retirees. No, the judge didn't do that. He actually felt that you had no standing to represent retirees, and didn't grant you a motion to intervene. He granted you a Michi status, which is friend of the court, but that's really it. And the cold hard facts is under the Taylor law and New York City collective bargaining. You guys really need to go to Cornell School of Labor. The labor law of the Taylor law and New York City collective bargaining law only permit a union to represent those in collective bargaining for wages, hours, and work conditions. And only for those people in their unit. That's it. Retirees are not in your units. You do not represent retirees. We don't have wages, hours, and work conditions. The other misnomer, number 3, is that retirees on Medicare, our healthcare plans, are unfunded because you fund them and you don't have the money to do it, and you sold us off into Medicare Advantage. Well, the only thing really true in there is that you sold us off into Medicare Advantage. And that's really why you shouldn't be negotiating or representing us, because you don't have our interests at heart. You think that that was the only way or the only reason or the only thing that you had in order to save something which you can't even articulate. We came up with over $1.2 billion in savings. See, and the thing is you keep telling people that your members and council that our healthcare isn't funded. Well, it's been funded in the budget, earmarked, paid for by the city since the 60s. Our healthcare plans as Medicare eligible retirees are not paid for by the union, and they do not come out of the Health Insurance Stabilization Fund. You know, that fund that you guys misused for decades, that fund. That fund pays for your premium. The unions do not pay for Medicare supplements for Medicare eligible retirees. We are a full line item in the budget. You stole our earmarked money to finance you. We're going to keep saying it over and over again. There's even a memo on the OLR website that says that even according to the 2018 agreement, you had met your benchmark savings for under that 18 agreement, that you didn't need to do Medicare Advantage to meet a savings agreement. But you did it to finance the Health Insurance Stabilization Fund, which finances your healthcare premium. That's why you can keep telling your own members that their healthcare premiums are premium free. Their healthcare plans are premium free because of the MLC agreement. You need to find your way, gentlemen and ladies, because labor doesn't sell out labor. And you shouldn't be selling off retiree healthcare benefits, because you open that door once, they're coming back. When there is a real crisis, Not even in the fiscal crisis of the 70s did retirees lose health care. Also, by the way, in the 80s, Robert Lynn wrote a memo to the mayor saying that he was against the annual increase of Medicare B premium being raised by the city council on an annual basis to keep up with inflation. You know, because the mayor then, he decided in the 60s that he was going to give retirees health care because he'd been paying for it already. With the advent of Medicare, he transitioned people over to Medicare, a beautiful public health benefit that pays 80% of our health insurance. And by doing that, the city has been paying for our health care ever since. And they pay for yours too. That same statute that provides for Medicare B reimbursement also provides the ceiling in which the city has to pay up to for every employee, retiree, and their dependent. That is statute, not collectively bargained. So I'm going to warn you. If you are going to challenge the retirees organization or the city council in passing our legislation, you're in for one hell of a ride and a learning experience. And I'd hate to see you schooled quite publicly in that you used and stole from your retirees to finance yourselves. And then, like petulant children, filed a frivolous lawsuit using dues money of your hard-earning, dues-paying members to sue their own former members to keep you premium-free. Fess up to the deals that you made and stop stealing from us. We earned our benefits and we're going to fight to the death to keep them. Because if you force us into Medicare Advantage, many of us are going to die. That's a cold, hard fact. So I'm going to ask you one last time. Do not embarrass yourselves. Labor needs to be strong, honest, transparent unions. This is not what labor was about. Our former labor leaders, you could have learned a few things from them. Don't do this. We want to help you, we want to educate you, and we want to help guide you out of this mess. But stealing from retired labor isn't the way. Have a good weekend.